Life's meaning is not something far away. It is hidden in the small things we do every day. The words we speak to others, the moments we spend together, the subtle movements of our hearts guide us. We often look for purpose in big achievements, grand plans, or life-changing events. Yet true purpose grows in the tiny, kind actions we take every day. Helping someone, listening closely, or giving a small gesture of care can shift the direction of our lives. You do not need to be perfect. Even the smallest contributions already carry meaning. Each one accumulates over time and becomes part of your greater purpose. Life does not demand grand accomplishments to feel valuable. It demands small acts of intention and care that remind us we are connected to the world and to each other. People naturally seek clear meaning in life, yet it is not found only in big events or monumental changes. It is present in ordinary moments, in thoughtful gestures, in small acts that make life better for someone. It can be a word of encouragement to a friend, a moment of patience with a colleague, or trusting yourself to take the next step even when you feel uncertain. Anthony Burrow of Cornell University studied how small contributions affect young adults over 6 years. He wanted to understand how they find purpose, how it forms, and how it sustains itself. His research showed that actions, not just thoughts, shape meaning. Small, intentional acts can deeply influence emotional well-being. Feeling connected and purposeful is less about fame, recognition, or reward, and more about knowing that your actions make a difference, even in small ways. Burrow designed a simple but revealing experiment. Participants were given around $400 and instructed to spend it only on projects they personally found meaningful. Some used the money to help local homeless people. Others donated books to school libraries. Some organized art workshops for neighborhood children. None of these were grand ventures. Yet after the experiment, participants reported feeling more emotionally stable, more connected to their community, and more directed in their lives. They described a sense of purpose that was built not on the size of the contribution, but on the experience of contributing. Even small acts gave them a feeling of significance and a sense that their life had direction. The study showed that intention and perceived value matter more than external measurement. Knowing you made a difference produces satisfaction that lasts. The findings were surprising. People often look for motivation and purpose in big successes or recognition. Yet small actions moved hearts more deeply. Purpose emerges when we feel we are contributing. The act itself becomes meaningful. Giving help, creating something, or supporting someone in small ways produces deep fulfillment. It is not about the number of people helped or the amount of money spent. It is about the personal sense of achievement. As these moments accumulate, they create an understanding of one's role in the world. The psychological mechanism behind this is clear. Action sparks emotion, emotion reinforces further action, and this cycle strengthens self-efficacy, confidence, and long-term motivation. When people feel they can make a difference, even in small ways, they experience a stable, positive emotional state. This principle applies not only to individuals, but also to organizations. Workplaces, schools, and communities can ask, what small contribution can you make today? When people see that their time and effort are valuable to others, motivation grows naturally. It lasts longer than external rewards or competition. It strengthens culture by fostering respect for small, meaningful acts. When organizations recognize and encourage small contributions, people grow more confident, more emotionally stable, and more connected to one another. This culture of acknowledgement and support leads to continuous personal growth and shared organizational well-being. It is in these small acts of recognition and contribution that sustainable motivation is created. The focus shifts from achievement alone to meaningful participation. In daily life, small actions can create change immediately. Stretching in the morning, tidying your desk, sending a kind message, or helping a colleague all set motion in your mind and your environment. Neuroscience shows that the brain's dopamine system responds more to the initiation of action than to the outcome. When you begin, reward signals are triggered. Action leads emotion, and emotion reinforces further action. Waiting for the perfect feeling only delays progress. Stepping outside, moving your body, opening a door, or reaching out briefly is enough to brighten your mood. Repeated small actions reshape your habits, your feelings, and the direction of your life. The same applies to studying or work. Even 5 minutes of focused effort starts momentum. One email, one note, or one small idea can spark confidence and purpose. Motivation is born in action, not in waiting. Every small action is a step toward a meaningful life. The experience of small contributions can be applied directly to yourself. If you want to spend your day meaningfully, it is important to start with a small action first. A single small movement can begin to change your mind. Stretching when you wake up, tidying your desk, or sending a short message to check on someone are all actions. These small, ordinary acts can shift your mood gradually. We often wait for big changes or dramatic feelings. Yet, even one small action can begin to move your mood. For example, when your body is tired and your mood low, it is hard to feel like exercising. Yet the moment you put on your clothes and step outside, your body moves more easily than you expected. Your mind gradually brightens. Even a short run or climbing a few stairs is enough. Once the action begins, your mood starts to follow. The same applies to studying or learning. When you feel reluctant, simply opening your book and saying, "I will try a little," is important. Even 5 minutes of focused attention sets your brain into motion and your mood begins to shift toward immersion. Acting without waiting is the first step to changing your mood. Small actions repeated create bigger changes. Sending a message to someone, picking up litter on the street, or helping a colleague can calm the mind and foster a sense of connection to the world. Small actions generate mood, and that mood encourages further action. At work or school, when tasks feel boring or motivation is low, start with a small step. Sending one email, organizing a memo, or jotting down a small idea is enough to move your mind. Within these sequences of action, confidence and motivation grow. As Burroughs' research shows, when people engage in small acts they find meaningful, their mind stabilizes and a sense of purpose begins to emerge. Action itself has the power to create purpose. You do not need to wait until your emotions are perfectly ready. If you start with action, emotion follows. We often say, "I will start when I feel better." Yet this is rarely possible. Feelings are never perfect, and waiting often makes opportunities disappear. Action is always available in the present moment. Opening a door, moving your hands, or making a small effort is enough. In that moment, your mood naturally becomes a little brighter. Small actions repeated have cumulative effects. Doing something small once a day or once a week changes not only mood but habits and the direction of your life. The feelings generated through action are not temporary pleasure, but lead to long-term satisfaction and motivation. Through action, we guide the direction of our lives. The most important message in life is this: there is no need to wait for perfect feelings or perfect preparation. Move first, and your mood will follow. As your mood follows, the next action will arise naturally. One small action can be the beginning of a miracle. Movement creates the mind, and the mind reinforces movement. Start with one action today. Even one small act can lighten your mind and make your day feel more meaningful. Motivation is not born from emotion, but from action. Do not wait. That small movement can be the first step to changing your life.